guys, what's up? It's me, Austin, and today we will be reacting to the third episode of Hermitcraft Season 8 from the perspective of Mumbo Jumbo. And if you haven't seen his video already, I will link it down in the description below. And if you haven't seen my other reactions to his previous episodes 1 and 2, I highly suggest that you check those out, as that does give a little, especially episode 1, it gives a little bit of background as to what actually Hermitcraft is and what goes on the server and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys like this video, I would appreciate it if you would like the video, and if you haven't already, I would hope that you would consider subscribing, especially if you like Mumbo Jumbo, as I will be. Once he releases a new episode of Hermitcraft, I will react to it as soon as I can. So, with that being said, let's begin.
Business is booming. Are you ready? The potato boy, Tater Vendor, has produced a diamond. We have made 1 diamond, and I'm yet to check all of the other Tater Vendors. I imagine, if each of them has been as successful as this one, we'll have 4 whole diamonds. That's enough to make a diamond pickaxe and a diamond shovel.
4 whole diamonds.
I could make 4 jukeboxes. I could get myself 2 hoes. Let's have a look then. Oh, well, 1 pickaxe is absolutely fine. I'm happy with just a pickaxe. I don't need the second hoe or the shovel. And, oh, okay, that's fine. I can just have 1 hoe or potentially 2 jukeboxes. Who needs 4 jukeboxes anyway? That seems a bit excessive, if you're asking me. And, oh, business is booming. Yeah, booming. I can barely keep up with the demand for my baked potatoes. I'm so glad that I built this super efficient farm that produces many hundreds of potatoes an hour for all the people on the Hermitcraft server who are buying my potatoes. And I'm so glad that I changed my whole self into a potato. I turned myself into a potato, funniest thing I've ever seen. I even had this whole other outfit prepared for when people desperately needed potatoes. Seems a bit silly now, doesn't it? This is me, a super potato boy.
Super potato boy.
Potatoes that the world needs.
Oh.
Urgently? Sure. Business may not be booming, but we still have work to do. I want to convert this incredibly ugly looking area into one that actually looks really quite cool. We made a good start with the build itself, but now it's time to do all of the surroundings. And to do it, I want to make use of a few of the new Minecraft 1.17 blocks, especially these cave vines with the glowberries. Now, I've never actually placed these things before, but I imagine it works as, well, pretty much all other things in Minecraft do. You right click and then they appear on the block. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Anyway, hopefully all of these gradually grow downwards, and they should create a nice little backdrop for our farm here. And then behind them, I've just got some simple, smooth stone blocks. I didn't want to go too crazy there. So that makes our background all nice and pretty. All we have to do now is create a ceiling for the top farm, and to do that, I think I'm going to use wood. And you may be thinking, why am I not taking this down? But I feel like it needs to stay for a little while longer, just for pure entertainment. However, I do have a plan for retaliation. I decided against the wood and instead went for stone, and I think this looks considerably cooler than the wood would have done. There is, however, not much that I can do about this dirt roof. That is kind of here to stay. So now it's time for the general hallway. As you can see, I'm working on my little building here, but I've made a bit of an error, and
What, you have no way out?
Well, at this point in time, no. And, I could build a pillar, but now that it's on episode 3 and I'm seeing people with elytras, I thought maybe I could just briefly borrow your elytra so that I could get up to the top.
Okay, that works. I think you just want to fly for the first time this season. Yeah, that's it. You just wanted that. You just got all the clout and chat now.
Maybe a little. And also the best thing about this and the voice chat mod is that as I fly away, you won't be able to complain too much. See ya. Thanks.
I better get my... You totally just wanted to steal my elytra.
100%, dude.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
what there's another creeper.
That's your comeuppance.
My bus.
And a skeleton.
Oh no, it blew up your bus.
Only marginally. Oh, there's another one coming. What's going on over here?
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I'm going to try and guide him in. Oh, goodness.
Bad. Oh, no. More damage. Oh, well.
Oh,
well,
I guess
I had a
lagged a
backup
little
plan.
bit.
Oh, and it's apparently doesn't. No.
Did you just threw...
He threw the ender pearl, but it hit Mumbo Jumbo or whatever, so he just went straight back down.
You just hit me.
I just hit you right in the face. Oops. All right, hopefully that throws better. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Right.
Oh wow,
That one
look at
was
this
better.
hole you made.
Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. You can have your elytra back.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, that's what you get, isn't it?
I'm gonna stick to the ground for now on. This is terrible. I guess that's what the universe does when you steal a man's elytra. However, I do kind of wish I had stolen his elytra because now I have to travel all the way to the mesa biome by boat. I am very excited to get my wings, but I am making a conscious decision to not get them because there's something about the early game having to walk around and travel by boat that is weirdly enjoyable. And another thing about flying with an elytra is that you don't get to see these things, these little shipwrecks. Right, let's see. It's been raided. Of course it's been raided. What was I thinking? There's an ocean monument over there. That's pretty cool. This is essentially Mumbo's slightly uninteresting boat sightseeing tour of the Hermitcraft Season 8 server. Is that one of those drowned temple things? One of those things that I've recently found out about? And there is a drowned. Just what you like to see when you've travelled somewhere by boat. Of course it's connected to the nether. Anyway, let's get to work, shall we? Even though I only need about 10 blocks of this stuff, I should probably get a full inventory because I don't want to come back here. Goal achieved. I was sailing stormy waters. They're actually quite tropical, but still. After a lot of faffing around, this is design that I've come up with for what I want in my walls.
That actually looks really
This took me far
good.
longer than I care to admit. But now that we've got the idea sorted, it's time to actually start.
Yeah, the reason why I'm a little bit surprised is because Mumbo Jumbo is really good at redstone, but I believe even he admitted himself that he's not exactly the best builder, so but it looks good.
Implementing it. So
It
I'm
looks
thinking
good,
the
so-
entrance to this place isn't actually going to be
I
here.
guess that's all that matters.
This is not going to be sticking around. Instead, it's actually going to be off on this side. So you're going to come in on this side. The storage system is going to be over there. And then what I want to do on this wall
I agree, enjoyed
is
the game.
kind of... It kind of depends on if I can get honey blocks or not. If I can get honey blocks, I'm going to be very, very excited. Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Oh,
Oh,
well, I guess I live here now. I guess this is where I live now. This is where I exist. Oh, great.
oh yeah, the peace, love, and plants thing. So he can't even attack the Enderman.
Is he going to leave me alone? Has he chilled out? Or is he still angry? He sounds still angry. Where were you when I needed you most, peace, love, and plants boss? Where were you? Things are gradually coming together. This is starting to look really, really cool. One thing that I've decided to do on these slightly bigger walls is I've added in these little gaps in the wall as well, just so we get that extra tiny bit of depth, because it was looking a tiny bit flat. Look at me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. Now I have my entrance ladder all sorted out, and now we finally have all of the walls all done and dusted. And if you're wondering why I chose this colour scheme, well, now hopefully you understand why I chose this colour scheme. I have a potato farm that is surrounded entirely by potato skins. Now as an update on the honey block situation, this honey farm doesn't actually produce honey bottles, it produces honeycomb, which means that we can't use that to create honey blocks. So I'm going to save that decoration idea for a little bit later. Anyway, here is the plan of action on the redstone front. This is going to be our storage system, so I'll get all the chests in there. I want the potatoes to come up and over and then fall down through a cascading potato waterfall right about here. There is no reason for us to do this, okay? Because these potatoes are going to have to be transported up, brought across, dropped down, to be brought up again, to be put into the storage system. But there is a reason to do this, because it will look really, really cool. That is literally the only reason. And what more reason could you possibly want? I seriously can't believe how camouflaged into these walls my face becomes. This is ridiculous. So I've had to think about this design, and I think it makes more sense if I flip the entire thing upside down. So it's going to work in exactly the same fashion, but instead of going up and over, down, and then back up to go into the storage system, they're going to go under, up over the top, and then into the storage system. This makes much more sense, I promise. So this is our potato transfer tunnel that's going to be taking the potatoes underneath all of our farms. Everything stings. And now, having just run the water underneath, we're going to run the water up through this area, and then finally up through this area. And that should take it into the water stream, which will take it to our storage system. Just imagining tons of potatoes travelling up through here slowly has me extremely excited. Barrels are going in, and now all of the hoppers and all of the water is all in. So we really are on to the final stages now. I've just politely borrowed Impulse SV's Silk Touch pickaxe so I can grab some ice for this thing. I'm not entirely sure how I can politely borrow something without asking, but I would say that I'm doing this politely. Come here, you. I probably should get ya. Boom. Boom.
The cutest
Minecraft
predator.
1.17 completed by me. I do believe this could potentially go against my peace, love and plants thing. I mean, look at his face. He kind of doesn't look like he's having a great time in that bucket there. I guess I'll leave that one up for debate. Just working on the final decoration details now, and the moss block is by far one of the craziest and coolest blocks in the game.
Yeah.
It is so strange the way that it works and just completely takes over, but also it's fantastic. I was originally going to remove all of these tiny little trees, but I actually kind of like them. I think they kind of fit in with what we have going on in the walls. I'm going to keep them. So with the floor all worked out, and now the ceiling all worked out after a ton of faffing around, like this was an absolute headache for my small little brain, this system should now all be completed. Okay, so potatoes are being shot out. And there we go. Our potatoes are gradually making their way up through the water stream, and this is great. They have spread out the perfect distance. I was a little bit worried that they would still be quite central, but no, this is like a never-ending flow of potatoes. This is a very carb-based lava lamp, and the best news is all of the potatoes seem to be flowing into the system properly, which is absolutely fantastic news. Now, you may notice they're raw potatoes. That is because I've got a large-scale plan to cook them, but it is large. So for now, they're going to be uncooked, but they will be cooked in the future. So I think it's safe to say that I'm chuffed to bits with this one. What on
Chuffed to
earth?
bits.
What on earth? What on earth? What?
Hey, Mumbo.
What?
Hey, Mumbo. Remember how you made fun of my hat before?
How have you done this? What is this?
It's the magic of the Tycoon. Not the little hat man now, am I, Mr. Spud?
No, you're the biggest. You've got the biggest hat I've ever seen. This is ridiculous. This is like a 10-gallon Tycoon hat slash top hat slash. This is really
Do you
something.
want to see its magical powers?
I mean, firstly, I've got to ask: do you still have the tiny hat on underneath?
No, that would be hat inception.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'd like to think that if I knocked off this hat, you would still
That'd
have
be
like a baby hat. Okay, so you're not wearing two at once. Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive.
Wow, look how big it is.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna stand back. I don't know what happens next. Like if you, it's a... Wait, am I able to try it on? Am I like?
Yes, definitely.
100%.
Look at it on the ground.
This is the biggest.
Oh my gosh, it
It
covers
takes up
half your
half
screen.
Oh my goodness! This is
And look at how
incredible.
it sits above your
Yeah, that's
hotbar for your hat.
that's a bit difficult. Wow,
Oh, dude, you look good like Grian did.
I'm looking fancy.
You do. It matches your tie perfectly.
Yeah, this is really cool. Right, it's nice to see you, buddy. I'm gonna get back
why
to
is
my.
everyone always taking off of my hat?
Am I the second person to have done that?
Yes.
Of course I am. Follow me quickly. I want to know what happens if we put this in an item frame. Have you tried doing that yet?
No. This is why we come to the technical wizard.
All right, let's remove my headlight. I'm now gonna have a hat
Oh
light.
shoot! Darn it!
A
Oh,
hat
this
light.
copper's gonna need some polishing.
Dude.
Ooh-wee. Ooh, we're gonna get to that a little bit later. All right, here we go. Oh, look at
Wait, it's like one of those. It's like one of those carnival rides where you kind of like you can pretend it doesn't quite work as it did in my head. In my head, I thought I could...
No. Move a little bit to your left. Move a little to your left. Now crouch. Oh no, it looks good. It's
Kind
just
of.
like almost perfect. Like it's
Okay,
almost
yeah, we
perfect.
might need to utilize some like snow layers or something to get that absolutely nailed. Every interaction with Scar is surprising, and this one was no different. So with our potato farm all done and dusted, now it is time to address this situation. It is so tall. That went on for way longer than I expected. I gotta say, when I saw this, it really made me laugh, specifically because when he originally planted the trees around my base, I made a point of the fact that he hadn't put one on my roof. And I said that was a missed opportunity. Well,
You might
I
have
think he
watched
made
this
up
video and
for
saw
that
it.
missed opportunity. This is so stupid, but I would say it's a very good opportunity for what is likely to be one of the most satisfying time lapses of all time. Cue the upbeat tunes. Deforestation complete, and now of course it is time for reforestation. And up at the top there was a sign, in fact these two signs right here. The first sign said that the back of his base is fine, which honestly I would agree with. This is rather lovely looking. But the second sign is incredibly important because that stated that that gigantic tree only counts as one tree. So I only have to reforest a single tree, and that has given me the absolute perfect plan. Okay, I want to create a single tree that is absolutely gorgeous. It is so gorgeous that he won't want to remove it, but it is going to be directly in front of his base. Like, you won't really be able to see his base anymore.
Like
it will
Bowden
mainly be
pole.
tree. And the best thing is that the perfect guy for the job has literally just logged on. Good times with Scar. How full is your inventory right now?
Oh, it's empty just for you. I had a feeling you were gonna. I don't know how, but I just felt like you were going to give me something. Oh my gosh.
I've retained one stack of leaves. Now that is what I've done here is I've given an accurate percentage of how much I think I'm going to help in this project in terms of placement. All right, it's pretty accurate.
Yes,
with that being said,
place the dangly bits.
Okay, cool. Look, you can direct me. I can be. Okay, so let's think. Film sets. So you're the director. You're the director of tree building, and I.
Do you want to get a chair, like one of those high chairs?
I mean,
with my name on the back?
I can make you a chair. But yeah, you are the directory. Yeah, and then I am.
My hat really fits this occasion.
This is my chair because I'm slightly lower down the list than you, and I am, I guess. What would I even be called first? This is. Anyone who knows
First
film
A
terminology, I'm the first A tree. How do we want to do this? I guess it should all start from a sapling.
It should. Now we just wait.
Yeah, when you're around, this is what happens. If you're within 15 blocks of a sapling, they grow into a wonderful tree. Is that how it works? How does one actually build like a cool looking tree? Because I've actually been meaning to try and extract this knowledge from you. So this is like a really good time to do it.
All right.
Yeah.
First of all, we're gonna raid Grian's chest in here and look for dirt. Oh! There's monsters!
Oh!
Careful! Yeah, you deal with him. I'm gonna grab some dirt.
No, I can't deal with him. I can't kill anything.
Yeah, but the fire
It seems
will
like he's
kill
dealing
him.
with himself, to be fair.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll start out with dirt, and it's
Okay.
the easiest way. Instead of starting to place down blocks, just start out with dirt and survival, and then just start making the shape of a tree. And it can start out looking a little hokey, if you will. Like, don't worry. Like, start out with a box and then just start carving it into however you please.
How to build a tree with good times with Scar.
So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a bit of gravity influence and we're gonna start arching it a little bit towards this way eventually.
Man, this is some wizardry.
But as you can see, you can start to see how a tree could form like this, and it's so much easier doing it with the said dirt because dirt, well, is the best block in the game.
I mean, I'm starting to agree with you. Like this, unfortunately, this dirt tree is better than any tree that I've ever constructed so far already, and it's just a dirt stalk, which is a real problem. That is a bit of a problem. This is looking cool already, and man. In all honesty, I have so much appreciation for how you can create such organic forms. I'm saying this in all seriousness now because watching you place those blocks, it is really cool to see how you can create something that looks so natural, just freehand. Like I cannot do that. My brain works very logically when it comes to like Minecraft builds and things, and watching the way that it just like that
Well, it can go
works.
horribly wrong very, very quickly.
I'm very aware of that, Scott. I'm totally aware of that one. You don't have to tell me that piece of information I've got down. That is not something that I need reminding of.
But that's a really good way of doing it, is starting with dirt like that, and then you can kind of gauge scale, and if it looks terrible, you just knock it down, and it's way easier to knock down than actual blocks.
That's actually a really good tip.
And then what we could do, you know, well, I mean, obviously, we'll start taking the blocks like that. Now, to add the extra layer of detail, regardless of leaves, is we can take half slabs, stairs, fence posts, gates, things like that to add branches to it and stuff like that. Just adds a little extra charm and detail to it.
Yeah, man. So you're like a tree trend follower. It's like, you know what trees are in trend, like what styles of tree have fallen out of fashion in Minecraft.
Oh, 100% that's a thing.
Is it really? Is it really?
Yeah, builds have fashions. Yeah. Modern is not fashionable right now, by the way, like I've noticed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, modern's not as fashionable as it once was. I remember being on a server and these kids, they were arguing about who was a better builder, and one of them said, this is 2012, and they're like, he's like, bro, you don't even modern.
I love that's the best. Yeah, I do. I remember the modern era. I remember that was like every build was a modern house, you know, and it was all.
Oh yeah.
I think that was like when concrete came in. It was like a huge shift, I imagine, but also even things like quartz.
Quartz was the modern one.
Quartz was the modern one. That was it. Yeah. Every build was quartz. I remember looking back, there was a time when I was like, man, I wish I wasn't a redstone YouTuber. I wish I was a building YouTuber, because it seems like there's so many different types of house you can build.
I was on the other boat where I'm like, man, nobody wants to watch building videos. All these like redstone tutorials, like, are super cool. People like the redstoners are like the guys who strutting, you know, kind of strutting in the community.
I
Like,
don't know if we're strutting.
Oh, I could automate this. Like, what are you doing? Hand harvesting?
Yeah. To be fair, 2012 was the time of like, yeah, especially when the redstone update came around and it was like hoppers and things. There was, I think the redstone update was the same as the quartz update, wasn't it? Because comparators came in. That must have been like a battle. There must have been. I hadn't even thought about that. There's like the modern house builders, and then there's the redstone people just fighting it out.
All right, so how we doing?
This is looking really, really cool.
It's not bad. It's really not bad for like literally like live building. Because usually I stare at something for like forever.
No, I'm with you there.
I think a good conversation of the past has just made it flow.
So the dangly bits are like a real key to a tree looking good then.
Oh yeah. Because you want to create. Well, I almost died.
How did you almost die? To be fair, I watch your videos. You walk around on like 3 hearts for a painful length of time. You're constantly on death's door, whereas my Minecraft character behaves like someone who's just drunk far too much Red Bull. Like, it gets pointed out to me a lot in the comments that when I'm talking to someone, I'm just bouncing back and forth. Like, everyone is perfectly stationary in the conversation, and then there's just me, just like, hey guys, whoa, hey. If trees had doctorates and like PhDs, if you could get a PhD in tree building in Minecraft, you would definitely have it. This is so cool.
Yeah, I think for an improv tree, that's actually a little bit better. As always, I was like panicking. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a terrible tree." There was like so many expectations. Oh no, the little fella grew. The little fella.
Oh my gosh, that's actually so funny.
That's so funny.
Does it mean it's done?
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's it. It's grown.
I mean, he can't take this down, right? Yeah, at this point, right?
No, this is the thing. Like, this is the beauty of this, is that it's going to be such a good tree that he's not going to want to remove it, but then he kind of has to because it completely covers his base.
Oh yeah,
So
right. He's gonna have to take it down.
Yeah, like it has to go, but then
Yeah.
it's also a bummer because it is such a good looking thing. This is perfectly.
We just want him to be sad while he takes it down.
Yeah. I mean, what I am concerned about is where he goes from here, because we've had a barrage of trees. I've then integrated trees into his build. He's then built a mega high tree. I've then built, or with your help, I guess. No, in fact, no. You've built. I've first aid treed a mega tree build. Like, I don't know where this goes, and unfortunately, Green is not someone who just goes, okay, well, it's done now. Like, this will continue. I just don't know in what direction it's going to continue.
You turn around and I'm over there building him a tree.
Yeah. You're just going back and forth between our bases.
You're really funny.
That's the rest of your season, buddy. Whatever plans you had. Sorry, dude. You're just going to be building trees from this point forth. Tree too good to remove. Peace, love, and plants.
All right.
Dude.
Are you satisfied with your tree?
Super satisfied. I do feel a little bit bad that I haven't aided you in any way, shape, or form. So here's an apple. Tree War successfully won. There is absolutely no way that Green can come back from this one. No way. There's no way. What can he possibly do that is going to be bigger and better than what we've created here? And to be honest, if he does manage to do that, then I'm genuinely terrified. Anyway, my next plan of action is to gather about 2,000 blocks of obsidian. Yes, yeah, you heard me correctly. I need 2,000 blocks of obsidian. It's quite a massive project. It's one that I'm quite excited for, and it'll be starting in the next Hermitcraft episode. Let's make our way over to the end. Here I am, about to go into the end for the first time, and boosh! There we go, professional Minecrafter. Let's start obsidian breaking. And thus ends the most boring time lapse ever. I mean, look, 2 hours of mining, and I've travelled from there to there. It's ridiculous. But we did manage to get around about 1,000 pieces of obsidian. So in the next Hermitcraft episode, I'm going to start off by getting the second 1,000. Regardless, that still looks pretty impressive. In fact, we're way closer than I expected. That's way over 1,000. It's actually 1,280, so that was a successful mining mission. Now, I was about to sign off, but then I saw him. Green has just looked in, and he seems to be over by the tree. We might actually be able to see him react to this thing in this episode. I'm going to slowly move myself over to the bus so I can get a slightly better view. Alright, he seems to have noticed the tree. He seems to be very aware of the tree. You know, I think he likes it. I think he likes it. He's swinging his sword at it. Does that mean he likes it, or does that mean he really hates it and wants me to die? I honestly can't tell. I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, Potato Boy, making up some new...
Oh, what? There was some text that popped up on the screen.
Out.
Yeah, Potato...
Apologies for weird levels and echo. No clue what happened. Okay.
Boy, making up some new rules, are we?
In that situation, it is what it is.
I have
Well,
to know.
We're getting other people to build our stuff for us now, huh? I'll have you know, I built that giant tree all by myself.
Look, I did this all by myself. I definitely didn't get any.
No, you did. Really? Because you should have told Scar that, because he's put an advert for tree building pranks.
Scar! It's really like this. Oh my goodness. Oh well, that's ridiculous. Okay, fine. There might have been.
You just trying to take credit.
There might have been another person involved. Okay, there might have been. Mildly, but I promise you, we did plant the sapling.
Since you keep adding your own rules to this thing, like getting other people involved, I might get some other people involved of my own.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have an army of tree builders. Is this where this goes?
I don't know what this is though. Direct tree?
Oh well, because Scar was essentially the director of the project, so he was the directory, and I was the first assistant director, so first a tree.
Oh!
I probably should have removed the evidence of those chairs as well, to be honest with you, if I was trying to claim that as my own. Okay, so it sounds like we haven't won the tree war. I fully expected him to not retaliate to this one and call it a day, say that we've won, but then what did I really expect? This is Grian. Grian doesn't give up on things like this. The whole server will be a tree before this war ends, because I'm not giving up either. Anyway, this has been an incredibly fun episode of Hermitcraft. We have made a ton of progress. We've had a bunch of goofs. We've had a bunch of laughs. I've loved it, and I'm absolutely loving Hermitcraft Season 8 so far. So hopefully it continues in this silly but also productive direction. That's the best direction we can head in. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode on the Hermitcraft server. And now it's time to edit this thing, which is going to be horrific. I've got about an hour's worth of footage with Scar. I've got a bunch of footage with Impulse, a bunch of footage with Grian. I've got 2 time lapses. Oh my goodness.
It's a lot of footage.
And this video is meant to be coming out in 3 hours time.
This video is meant to be coming out in 3 hours time. Oh man, that was a really good video. Mumbo Jumbo is very consistent at making very entertaining videos, so I'm not really surprised. But like I said at the very beginning, if you like the video, please give it a like, and if you really liked it, please consider subscribing. And if you liked this video as well, I will include a link to the original video, so you can give Mumbo Jumbo some support as well. Please go like his video, and consider subscribing to him if you enjoyed his video. And with that being said, there should be another episode of reaction, or another reaction coming out in about a half hour or so, within this one being uploaded. So this one being uploaded, then in around about a half hour another one should be uploaded. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next reaction video.